Hi guys, before we jump in, make sure you stick around because I'll be showing you an effect that really sells design. Other than that, I've dropped the free assets in the description below, so if you want to follow along, you can. And if you want to skip the setup, study my exact layer structure, use this as a base for your own designs, you can grab the fully layered high-res PSD file down there too. It's only $4.99, saves you a ton of time. Alright, so let's start. First up, change your canvas settings to match mine. The specific dimensions are good to make the best quality graphic prints and posters. The next important step is to obviously import the provided asset. Make a new layer, merge the two by selecting both and converting them to smart object. Now duplicate that layer by holding Alt and dragging it underneath. Open up Bevel and Emboss and copy my exact settings. Then apply contour, satin and color overlay. Doing the same thing. Feel free to pause the video if you missed anything because these settings are crucial for the final look. Hit OK. Now we'll be achieving the chrome effect. What we'll do is first of all make a gradient. A lot of people find making gradients pretty difficult, so I'll show you exactly how I make mine. Just follow these simple steps with me. It's basically a careful combination of black and white at each step. After you're done, hit OK. Now make a new layer and apply the gradient. Go up to the top panel, filters, and then liquefy, and just make a random pattern. You can copy what I'm doing here or experiment on your own. This is what gives it that sick classy chrome look. Hit OK and clip those two layers to the one underneath. Next, create a new layer and use a soft brush to make a white smudge right at the center. Transform it to your liking, then add a blue smudge at the corner. Once you're happy with the transformation, change the blending modes to overlay for all three layers. Now to refine the badge and the colors, what we do is to see the badge underneath, open the layer styles on your copied Aston Martin logo, change the blending modes to color, check the blend interior effect as group box, and uncheck the blend clipped layer as group. Finally, change the highlight blending mode to multiply. I'm going to play around with the opacities here and you should too. Everyone's gradient pattern is going to be slightly different, and so will the highlights and shadows we just made with those smudges. So dial that in and come back. You don't have to reduce the range on the contour, but if you like a small lip, I set mine to 27%. Now group all these layers together by pressing Ctrl+G in the layers panel and add a color balance adjustment layer and apply these settings to give it that classic Aston Martin British racing green shade. Once that's done, merge the group by pressing Ctrl+E and make a duplicate. Now how do we add depth and textures? Select the layer underneath, go to filter, then Gaussian blur and play around with it until it looks right. I really like how 136 looked here. Then go back into the blur and apply motion blur. Mess around with it with the angles and you'll be satisfied. And once you are, hit OK. Drop the opacity on the top layer and clip it to the blurred one underneath. Select both, press Ctrl+T and rotate the design. Create a solid black layer and drag it all the way to the bottom. Now you can really see how beautifully that chrome finish sits on the badge. For typography and apparel branding, let's add a frame. Make a rectangle, size doesn't matter yet, but we can adjust it later. Set the fill to none and the stroke to 20, around 20. That's just about a personal preference, how thick you like it. Sample the British racing green to color, British racing green color to the stroke, and unclip the top badge layer. You could technically end the design here, but if you really want to sell this on merch, here's the secret sauce. Heavily inspired by TJ Hunt's apparel. I really like it. So here it is. For the top text, I'm using Futura PT light and increasing the tracking between the letters or the space between the letters. It gives it a way professional, thoughtful look. Underneath that, make a text box for your brand name. If I'm mocking this up for Overdrive Custom, I'm going to test out a few different fonts. It might look wonky at first, but trust the process. I purposely did not cut this part out of the video because finding the perfect font is trial and error, and you'll go through it as much as I do. It's part of the video because finding the perfect font is, I don't know, just how it goes. I ended up going with Book Antique for the brand name, and I think it looks amazing. To separate the text, I added a British racing green rectangle. Now the secret sauce, the bonus. Right. So if you stayed this long, there's a bonus trick to make custom sparkles. Watch carefully. Make an empty layer. Add a single white spot with just like we did earlier. Transform it and squeeze it so it's ultra thin. Now copy the layer, hold shift and rotate it. Holding shift snaps it perfectly to 15 or 30-degree increments. You can introduce variations in the length and repeat this as much as you want. Place these sparkles wherever you want to light, wherever you want the light to hit. It totally sells the chrome illusion. So yeah, to finish it off, I add a soft white glow behind absolutely everything and reduce the opacity. Finally, those who don't know how to export graphic designs for posters and merch without losing quality, here are my exact settings. Just pause the video and copy these. I hope you guys got a ton of value out of this one. Let me know in the comments what style or technique I should cover next. A like, a comment, and a share does wonders for the YouTube algorithm, so yeah, that helps you a lot. And again, if you want to bypass the setup and get your hands on the exact design file, grab the $4.99 PSD from the link in the description. Good luck with your design, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.